Alright everybody, and welcome back to Hexiled Gaming. I'm Scott, and I've got another match for you here today on Tabletop Simulator, X-Wing 2nd Edition. And joining me today is Monkey. Monkey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. What do you think of these lists? There's some funk here, there's some stuff I haven't seen before. I haven't seen Shara Bay. What do you think about these?
Well, Shara Bay can be really good. I think that this list, the list with Shara, has a lot more synergy, and so if all works as planned, it's gonna probably do amazing. But if he loses like Shara a bit too quickly or something, then the list is gonna really have a hole in it.
Right. How does Shara fit in here? She can spend a lock to add a focus result, and then spend like the K-Wings focus. Is that how that's working?
She's going to be able to get 2 target locks, which is good for her, and also when defending, get a target lock back, which is very useful for her because when she is doing her attack, she can spin the target lock to add a focus, and then that focus can be on Esege, and Esege can also be getting focuses from Kyle, who can just sort of, stock them up like a battery.
Absolutely. Okay, that is a good point. On the other side, we've got some more barren ships. We've got Airen Cracken, who can give, after you perform an attack, you may choose one friendly ship at range 1. That ship may perform an action, treating it as red, so he can give actions to somebody like Wedge, who might have target locked. Maybe you can give him a... Actually, Airen's 5, so that wouldn't work, right? So who do you think he's looking to give actions to?
What that's useful for is to Numb, because he can make the action red, meaning that he can force the stress on there, which Numb wants to have.
Okay. Yeah, good point.
But Airen being a higher PS means that he's going to move and do. That's good. Yeah, because so Numb can like move and get a target lock, and then Airen can give him a red barrel roll or something like that, and then he has a stress and a target lock, which is very useful for him.
Yeah, totally. We've got Dutch, who's handing out target locks. After you perform the target lock action, you may choose one friendly ship at 1 to 3. That ship may acquire a lock on the object you locked, ignoring range restrictions. Alright, so that's good. So yeah, maybe you would see a focus from 10. Dutch could give him potentially a target lock, and then Airen could give him a barrel roll. I mean, he could use almost every action on his action bar.
Yeah, I mean, and there's some great synergy options here, but it's not as set in stone as the other list. Like, I feel like these are more versatile synergies. Right.
What do you make of this joust here? Who does this favor?
Well, I think Modest is throwing more dice.
Right.
Also, he has more evade dice, so theoretically, he well, maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
We've got.
Although he does have the PS thing. All of his ships placed after the other guy, so after 0. So that means that he's going to be able to. That's very useful in a joust, because the first guy, 0, will move all of his ships forward and be out of range of target locks, and then Modest will be able to move his ships forward and get all the target locks.
Right.
So.
Well, I guess the one exception would be Magva, right? Magva will give him target locks after the defense. Shara's a 4, though. That would help her against Wedge and Airen.
It's an interesting barrel roll choice.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Position for that rock.
So that's expert handling for Shara, right?
Yes. Normally that would be a red barrel roll, but expert turns it into a white.
Oh, that's a good point. You have to have... So that's a theme we see in 2.0 with stuff like engine upgrade and expert handling. These don't give you those actions, they turn the actions you have white.
Mm-hmm. Tactical officer is another example.
Gotcha.
Turns a red coordinate into a white coordinate.
Okay, good point. So somebody in the chat was talking earlier about the inability to gain things like a device slot, like you used to be able to with Sabine, and it seems like that is a theme in 2.0. Like you're not going to radically change the ship anymore by adding abilities it didn't have already.
Yeah, the only exception to that, I mean, that used to be much more prevalent in 1.0. The only exception to that general rule is that titles can still do it. Titles like Havoc and stuff can remove upgrade slots and add upgrade slots.
But that seems like purposefully designing for that ship, as opposed to things that can go on anything.
Well, right, and the title has to be on the ship that, it's for, so... Yeah, you no more Cad Bane and Sabine just giving any ship a target lock or a bomb. So no more Sabine with camouflage being able to run around dropping bomblet or dropping bombs before being able to be engaged because she's Sabine's masterpiece.
Yeah. Yep.
That was an annoying thing. So I'm glad that change has happened. Although I'm also a little sad that I won't be able to exploit it myself.
No, I like it. Right now it just feels like ships have an identity and you stick to it. You can make things that they have less difficult, but just adding boosts to everything, it's not going to be that way, at least for right now in 2.0. So they're continuing that joust here. Nobody turning away. Shara Bay putting herself in that weird position.
He's saying that he's not used to the medium-based barrel roll, so that explains the questionable barrel roll.
Oh, because it didn't move as far, right? It's a horizontal template barrel roll.
Yeah. So you do the template horizontally.
Parallel,
so it's not, because it's medium-based. It's not quite as far as a large base, which uses the same mechanic. But it's also kind of not quite as far as a small base because the small base uses it horizontally or vertically, whichever.
I guess we'll say perpendicular. Instead of parallel, it's perpendicular. But yeah, that will take some getting used to, I guess. Is this going to cost Shara some... the game here? I mean, how big is this barrel roll choice?
Well... he could probably... Oh, Modest. You should probably join Coruscant. That's where your opponent is. So I think that he really has two options here. He can either do just power through it, doing like a straight or maybe a free bank to the right.
Right.
Which is not a great option because he'll hit the rock and he'll lose his action, which kind of sucks. Or he can turn away to avoid the rock, which means he might not even get a good shot this round, which also sucks. So yeah, Shara is definitely in a bad place right now.
Does Shara have
in this initiative? Go ahead.
Does Shara have a 1 hard on her dial?
Let me check.
Because I'm just like, you could stay relatively close to the battle and shoot out the back arc, although you only get 2 dice out the back, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure she does, but let me see.
There's a dial over here on the table. I just don't know who this belongs to.
Yeah, I didn't see when they pulled it.
That is a real shit dial too. It must be the K-wing.
That's probably a K-wing. Let me see here. Arc. The Arc has a 2 hard white, also a 3 hard red. Both of those would be okay, but you probably want to take the white to the target lock. Although she's gonna move before the other guys, so she does it 2 hard, she'll probably still be out of range of the target lock.
Yeah, the bank might clear, but you're right. I mean, she's just gonna expose that side and not have any shots.
Yeah. A bank, I think, like all of her banks will probably clear. Maybe not a 3, but they're not going to get her a good shot. She'll be you know, yeah, she'll be pointing her side directly at him, which is not one of her firing arcs.
Yeah.
If I was in control here, I would probably, I'd probably try and just power through.
Right. Take your licks.
Yeah, but it is a hard decision, so it makes sense that he's spending a lot of time thinking about it. But
Yeah,
too hard
he
would
really
not
wants
be
to get those
horrible.
target locks.
He could, like, too hard and then barrel roll.
So the idea, he'll move Shara up. Shara's gonna shoot after Wedge. So if Wedge shoots Shara, Magva gives her a target lock.
Mm-hmm. But it's important to note there, it's acquire a target lock, not perform a target lock action, so it's only the one.
Oh, okay, so you don't get R3 to trigger after that. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Ooh, that's even worse.
Yeah. Still gotta get used to those medium bases, I guess.
Yep.
They're not super different in the way that they fly, but they're just different enough to make it really hard.
Yeah. Is he gonna...
Are they letting him change it?
Mulligan.
I guess none of Modest's things have happened since then, so...
Yeah.
Fly casual.
It's 2.0 launch day, baby.
He does hit the rock.
Yeah. Alright, so he's gonna roll an attack die. Let's see if he loses a shield here. Alright, finally some luck.
Yeah, I think that that's probably a better option for him here, because even though he does lose his action, he's still going to be present.
Right.
And fighting.
Did Dutch start with his arc facing backwards? That's a weird decision.
Yeah. Well, so he has the dorsal turret, which is basically the same as his primary. So there's really no reason to point it forward, and so he's probably expecting to do a K-turn or something.
I would have just thought out the right to keep anybody that moves past you in your firing arc.
Yeah, another valid option would be to point it left, expecting to turn right, and then still have the guys there.
Right.
But yeah, back, yeah, is a little weird. Maybe he's expecting to fly past and be able to shoot out the back.
Yeah. Because it doesn't come like that, so that was a conscious decision on his part.
Well, yeah, when you place the ship, you have to decide which way you want to point it. So.
Right. I mean, hey, I've been guilty of putting that ship down and then remembering turn 3 that I never adjusted it. So I know it starts out pointing forward when you spawn it. So he changed it. So that's something he wanted.
Well, and it's not necessarily a bad option. Like, I mean, it kind of, one of the things about the arc is that if you're not going to rotate it later, if you're positioning it based on how you're going to fly, which is what you do. You know, you point it left, that means you're turning right. You point it right, that means you're trying to cover that side. You point it back, that means you're trying to fly past or K-turn.
Yeah.
It broadcasts what you're doing. So having it in that position from the beginning, everyone kind of knows what that ship's doing.
Right. And the Y-Wing doesn't have any linked turret rotate stuff, right? Oh, he just has a just the white turret rotation. Okay. He could use Airen. Airen could give him a turret rotate, right? I mean, I don't think he'd want to, but it's a thing he could do.
A red one, yeah. After the attack, so I think this is an attack happening right now. So.
No astromech on Dutch. That's interesting. Alright, so this would be Wedge, right? He shoots first. One hit, 3 blanks, he's going to spin the target lock. So, this is a proton on the K-Wing. Hit, crit, crit.
And he has to take it because he's 1 agility
Oh, yeah.
is reduced down to 0.
Yep, you're right. That's all the shields gone on that K-Wing. So Shara at least not taking the brunt of this.
Let's see if he remembers to flip one of his charges.
I imagine he's going to focus fire here, right?
That's the smart thing to do, because, like, the Shara and Esege are definitely the threats here, and both of them have a decent amount of health to them. So focus firing is definitely a smart alternative.
So here's a blank and a focus, and if we look down there, it looks like Esege got an evade from Jyn Erso.
Yeah.
So Perceptive Co-Pilot,
Right.
double focus, turn 1 into an evade.
Yep.
So Airen opts not to spend the focus, gives an action to Numb, which is the target lock. Or does he?
Which is red.
No, he gave it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he gave Numb a red target lock, which is good because now Numb has both a focus and a stress, which he can basically use the same way.
So Dutch took a target lock, and he must have given a target lock to Wedge, right?
I think Dutch...
Because Wedge shot Proton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's probably what happened. Because
So
Wedge
did
had
he move
had
up?
a focus. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I didn't see if he must have spent a focus token for that attack. I think. Shara's gonna get to shoot.
Yeah, I think he focused. I think he rolled a hit and a crit and a focus and a blank, and then he focused it into a hit, and then because of the torpedoes,
Right.
proton torpedoes, he changed 1 to a crit.
So who do you shoot with Shara? The B-Wing's a nice target because it's only 1 evade. The Z isn't super defensive, but the Z and Wedge have already shot. Wedge doesn't have any mods. What do you think?
They're asking us if Wedge spent his his focus. I think we agreed that he did, right?
Well, actually,
Well,
sorry.
Whatever they decide, I mean, I wasn't paying close enough attention.
So I didn't know if he spent it or not. I was just wondering what his action was, because I assumed the target lock came from Dutch, so I didn't know what he did as his action.
Looks like they may be rolling a dice to see the result.
So it was a hit, so they're going to say, you can have it.
So it looks like he's shooting at Wedge at range 3. Now the focus does him no good, but he doesn't need it.
Oh, so this is into Airen, yeah.
Airen. Okay.
You should shoot Airen at range 2 if they both have mods. So
Wedge
spins
is
the
probably
focus.
a bigger threat, but yeah, I mean, getting that extra defense dice is pretty big.
Yeah. What? Numb is what? PS4, okay. So he's going to shoot next. I was wondering if you want to strip Numb, but he's got 2 mods with that focus and the stress, so not really going to do much.
I guess that's why it was important that they figured out about Wedge, because if Wedge didn't have the focus, then it probably would be worthwhile going after him at range 3.
Right. So here comes Ion Torps from Dutch. 2 focus and 2 hits, is that right? He's going to reroll. Nope. Hit, crit. Oh, 3 hits and a crit.
Nice.
Man, that was a hell of a reroll. Ooh, 1 natty evade, though.
So actually, these are Ion Torps.
Yep, so each of those that go through are going to be ion and 1 damage.
Yep, so one damage and then 2 ions.
Yep, and that's a medium base, so that's going to move him.
Yep. Luckily for Zero, the only action he can do when he does an ion move is focus, and he still gets his double focus from Perceptive.
Right.
So it's not too bad for him.
Yep, here's this is 10 Numb, 3 hits. I assume he's shooting the K-Wing as well. Yep, there's the 1 defense dice. Oh, wow. Hey, Just Amanda has subscribed. Thanks for the subscription. Welcome aboard. We are 1 subscriber away from our new emote. Alright, so Kyle. Oh boy, this is maybe the Y-Wing?
It's anybody. I mean, he's still got full health on that side of the board.
I'm just trying to think who are you more guaranteed to get damage through on? I think a single evade with no mods, Dutch, is probably your best bet. 10 Numb has a focus. Airen gets 2 defense die.
Would be 3 because it's range 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that the Dutch is the easiest one to land hits on, at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he chose to not spend his focus by the looks of it.
Alright, hit focus out of the K-Wing. So spins it, 2 hits. He's going for the Y-Wing, it looks like. 1 evade. Yep, Dutch takes 1.
So one of the things that was going to happen because of the ion, he will get his double focus again, but he won't be able to target lock, which means he won't be able to do his proton.
Yeah, and he was so excited about bringing those.
He's probably not going to be at range. He's probably going to be at range 1 for at least a couple of the ships. He may not even have a shot to shoot it next round.
Yeah. So, does Modest just slow roll and take that range 1 shot, or does he move past him?
I think if I was him, I think all of his ships have a 1 forward, so I think I would probably just do a 1 forward on all of my ships. Maybe not on Airen though, because that might Shara could force the bump. But yeah, I would definitely take advantage of the ion and try and focus down the Esege.
Right. Do you think Dutch will bump into the K-Wing if he 1 forwards?
He might, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if there was any reason to turn there, or do you just take the bump? Or
he probably would. I think it would just be a little bit of an overlap. So
yeah.
In that case, that means he'd probably have to do like a 4 straight in order to avoid that.
And he does. Hey, you're right. He's got the arc facing the right direction.
Yeah, if he did a 4 straight, he already has the arc. But a 4 straight on a Y-Wing is red. So.
Okay.
He might want to consider turning and rotating, but then he's going to be in the way of his other ships. So.
Yeah. I mean, Dutch and Airen, or Airen's a 5. Airen could shoot first and give an action to Dutch. Are they range 1 of each other right now?
Yeah,
like 2 base lengths or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's range 1.
So if you really wanted to, Airen could give Dutch a focus or something.
Or a rotate.
Yeah.
He could, after seeing where they are, then, he shoots on Airen, and then if he doesn't have a shot on Dutch, he rotates the arc.
Right.
Probably be a smart move, because then that way, if he rotates as his regular action, he may misgauge where they're going to be, so that's a good action to leave until the end. Alright,
so looks like Zero's ready. And looks like all the dials are down for modest. Just gonna think about this K-Wing real quick. Alright. Luckily there's no bombs or mines.
There's the ion.
I'm just gonna... Yeah, there's the ion. It's gonna focus. Double focus, yep.
You know, now that I'm looking at it, if he did a 1 forward on Dutch, I think that they will bump only because of the nubs.
Oh.
I think that there would be enough room if it wasn't for the nubs.
Yep. And we see
but even
Kyle.
A 4 straight could, so.
Kyle's got his arc facing down. Okay. That's not going to matter too much right now, but I think does Shara move past all this and shoot out the back?
No, if I was Shara, I'd probably do a 1 bank or a 2 hard. Try and force bumps on the other guy's side, because if they get fully modded, yeah, that's
oh wow, look at that. Didn't bump. So close.
Yeah, because now he's probably going to try and slow roll to get to just destroy the K-Wing, and by doing that, he's making it so that he's going to do some action denial by forcing bumps.
Oh no. Come back here. I'm just playing around with gifts now. Alright. That was a spicy maneuver out of Shara. It is white, so did she target lock?
Yeah,
yep, she put a target lock on Dutch.
And then she gets an extra one from her mech. Has to be on someone other than Dutch.
Right. So in that instance, you put the target lock on somebody that's going to shoot you, right? Because you can spin that to get the focus result.
Yes, except, well, I mean, yeah, that's true. But also, if Airen moves, does a bank to the right or whatever, then he can potentially get a back shot on him. So that's another consideration. But yeah, spending it for the focus is definitely a useful thing. I probably would have put it on Wedge for that reason.
Yeah. Well, if Wedge shoots you, you don't get to roll. So do you still get to add a focus result?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Let me read. Yeah.
So you're not modifying. You're adding.
Yeah. I mean, add a focus result to your dice results. That's the same as adding a die and changing it to an eye immediately.
Gotcha. Okay. So, nice.
But it doesn't have a shot on Wedge. So
this is a real cluster here.
Yeah, even though he did deny a bunch of modifiers, I think all of them are still going to shoot at the K-Wing. Maybe he denied arc on Airen.
Right. Maybe.
He might just have the tip. And an X-Wing, just the tip counts.
Gross. Oh, you had to go there.
Ooh, range 1.
Yep. So 4v0, right?
Yep. But no modifier. Oh, he does have a target one. How did he get that target one?
So 1 hit, was that... Did Dutch give him 1?
Yes, that's probably what because Dutch didn't bump, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't take another action, so... Alright, so 2 damage cards. on the K-Wing. Ooh. Does just barely arc dodge. So it doesn't look like Airen has anything to shoot.
The Hawk? Yeah, if he didn't have the Hawk, then he's got nothing because he's touching Shara.
Yeah.
And is it after you attack? Yeah, so that's basically also denying the ability of Airen.
That's awesome. Ooh, Mark in the chat. Thanks for joining me. Alright, what do we got? 2 hits and 2 crits. Is that natty? Are those natties? Gonna add a result? No. Yeah, is this from Shara?
Yeah, he can add the he can spend the target lock to add the eye result and then spend his focus to change it to a hit.
Yeah, is he shooting into Dutch?
I think so, yeah, that's... It can't be 10 Numb because 10 Numb is touching, so... Yeah. Ooh, that's rough.
Wow, all of that goes through. Jesus, what a hit.
If he gets 2 direct hits... Or a hull breach and then a direct hit. Okay.
So we have weapons failure, ooh, and fuel leak for the crits. Man, hell of a hit there from Shara, who started off with a rocky start, turns it around, and just half-pointed Dutch there. Alright, so now Dutch is going to try and finish off this K-Wing.
It is range
he
one,
has...
so he should get another one.
He's got weapons failure.
Oh, that's right.
So here's the target lock. Is he going to... he doesn't have the focus. That's right. 1 crit into the K-Wing. Oh, and the clutch evade! Oh,
he's
boy.
got focus and evade, so he's...
Yeah, you're right. He had the token, but he just BM'd him. Rolled a natty. So this is 10 Numb, right? I assume into the K-Wing as well.
And it's just 1 crit, he's got no modifiers.
Oh, and he's got the evade token. How is this possible? That
he
bump!
does have a target lock, okay.
Oh, he does. Yep, you're right. Ooh, but it doesn't come in handy. And this doesn't matter. Oh my god! This guy does not want to leave.
That forced bump maneuver was definitely the game changer.
Oh. Okay, so 10 Numb bumped into Shara, not the Hawk. Alright, I see this. Yeah. That was such a clutch maneuver here from that arc.
Oh, he's justifying the barrel roll at the beginning.
Yeah, he's saying he barrel rolled earlier so that he could line this up. You know, 3 turns ago or whatever. 1 hit and 2 focus. Who is this from? Is this the Hawk?
This is a Esege shooting. Probably at the Y-Wing. Yep, that gets him.
Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's it for Dutch. Oh boy. This thing is going a direction I did not think it was going to.
That first, like 1 round ago was looking pretty rough for Zero, but then forcing that bump has really swung things in the other direction.
I mean, Shara getting screwed up on that rock, then the K-Wing getting nuked. I mean, it definitely looked like Modest had this wrapped up, but not by a long shot now. Oh, hit, crit, crit. This has got to be Kyle, right?
Yeah, this would be Kyle probably into 10 Numb, yep.
Yeah, that's the only single evade ship left.
Because they didn't bump, so... Oof.
Numb takes 3 shields. Oh boy.
Yeah, this,
so do we start?
This would have gone very different if Modest was able to predict the bump attempt and do.
I mean,
do K
none of us saw that coming.
Guys. I probably wouldn't have predicted it as I was playing, but I did see, like, when I was like looking at Zero and like what he should do. I think I did say that Shara should do a 2 hard or a 1 bank to force bump.
Right. The 1 bank, yeah, I remember
that. I on Modest, I probably wouldn't, like, even though I was able to sit there and be like, okay, if I am Zero, I would do this. Like, if I was playing as Modest, I probably would not have predicted it, because you get that tunnel vision.
So, do we see K-turns coming here? Do these guys try to run somehow? What do we see from Modest?
Well, so his guys move after, so...
Yeah.
Numb is in a kind of shitty position. I don't remember what option. I know it has a 2K.
Yeah, he's got these nice little short turnaround maneuvers, but they're not great in this instance. And does Shara 2 hard turn ship right and follow them, or does she turn away from them?
That's 1 Talon roll. That's big.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, this is a really bad position for Modest. There's really not any good options. I would probably do either K rolls or K turns or Talon rolls on the X-wings, or the X-wing and the. Well, I guess that's a Z95. So I guess a K turn on the Z95 and then maybe a Talon roll to the right.
Yeah.
On Shara, probably a good option. And then you could probably do a 2K on Numb, and then at least all your arcs would be facing the right direction. Because remember that all of Zero's ships are going to move first. So if Shara doesn't move at all, then a 2K might. I think. I don't know. No, a 2K would fit because the medium base is 1.5. So yeah, a 2K would fit.
Yeah.
From the B wing. That's probably his best bet. And then if he does the Talon roll on Wedge to Wedge's right, then he won't be hitting the other guys. So yeah, that's what I would do. I'd do a K turn with Airen, a 2K with Numb, and then a Talon roll with Wedge.
If you Talon roll with Wedge and Esege just does a 1 forward, you got nothing to shoot at.
Well, yeah, but Kyle is going to move forward. I guess if both Kyle and Shara move and intentionally bump, then yeah.
Kyle's got a stop maneuver, but there's no reason to do it.
It really depends on what Shara does. I mean, but I imagine that there's not really any good options for Shara that aren't just a bump. He could turn to the right. That would actually be good for him. If he does a 2 hard to the right and predicts the 2K from Numb, then Numb would bump. He still has his back arc. And then forward arc if they go too far forward. That would probably be a good choice for him. And then with this message, probably just a forward maneuver. And
you can turn your arc if you have an idea of where these guys are gonna go. Yep, 1 forward, perfect. Actually,
he has a back arc.
Do you focus here so that your people can spin them? At this point, you're just a focus battery, right?
I mean, yeah, it's like with Perceptive Copilot, it's really hard to choose anything other than focus.
Yeah, he goes for the evade, which I don't think he needs. I think you focus here so that your other ships can use it. I don't think you're going to be taking... Well, you know what? Never mind. He's on such low health. If we see a successful K from Wedge, he's going to want that evade. Well, you can't spin it from Wedge, right? Because you wouldn't be rolling dice, and that evade token modifies the dice.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you can't spend it against Wedge. But if Shara did that too hard to the right, there's a good chance that he's gonna block Numb or Wedge if either one of those guys did a K turn.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is.
Nicely done. Fits in there perfectly. Oh, is he going to expert handling barrel roll for any reason?
I wouldn't, because you're blocking them where you are.
Yeah, might as well take mods.
He's going to.
Ooh, spicy.
I mean, you're still blocking, but I would have taken the 2 target locks.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess now he's also blocking Airen, which is...
Ooh! Look at that!
That's
Look
a
at
good
that
one.
Talon roll. It fits! He knew that the K-Wing was at least going to do a 1 forward, and that he would fit there. Alright, well, 2 bumps from Shara.
At least it wasn't a K turn out of the Wedge, so...
And you know what?
He
I
did.
think without the barrel roll, Airen would have gotten a shot with that 1 bank. So this actually forces 2
Yeah.
bumps. Kyle's got his arc facing backward, so he's ready to...
Oh, he's got 10 numb, so that's actually pretty good for him. He blocked 2 attacks, and he still gets a shot, so...
Yeah, that's crazy. He just barely gets 10 numb. Oh, these guys are rolling. I should find these dice. So this is hit crit out of the back of Shara. And that's on 10 numb. Ooh, he's taking damage cards. So that must have been a double damage. It's 1 shield. 3 damage cards. Oh, he's on 1 health. Oof.
He gets this shot, and then he can spin a stress if he doesn't have any focus results. So.
Hit crit. So 2 crits are going through, no matter what. 1 evade, 2 crits. That's still it for... Nope, he's got 2 more left.
6.
Never mind.
It could get 2 direct hits.
He could. Fuel leak.
2 crits. Why did he take?
They're looking at it. There it is.
That's important because if he had gotten major hole,
Yeah.
then
the next one-
Fuel leak was the second one.
The first one he drew was weapons failure, so fuel leak doesn't proc. That's why the
Right.
order that you draw them is important now.
But weapons failure is going to matter here.
Yeah. Means he's only throwing 2 natties at the back. That's probably still enough to kill him. Yep.
You're right. Oh, man. Says, screw your weapons failure. Means nothing to me. GG Tin Numb.
Both these guys they're still full health. I would shoot at Wedge.
And it's a focus, and he wants to bank it. Don't blame him. You're probably not going to force that one through.
Yeah. Very good position to be in for 0.
Yeah. Man. But not
Because
impossible.
Shara can just move
modest.
slowly forward, and then, you know, that's still a potential bump. Obviously, he's going to predict that, and he can try and avoid it. But he can still shoot out the back. The K-Wing can do a hard 2 and rotate the arc. Or maybe just keep moving
Slam.
forward.
I think
Slam.
2 banks and slams, gets out of there. He's a liability at this point. He needs to get out of here and start repairing his crits.
Yeah, he can do like a he can do a 3 forward, slam into a 3 bank, and then repair the fuel leak because of an advanced slam.
Doesn't have to be on your action bar.
So now, when something adds an action, like it counts as being on your action bar. That's a change in 2.0. So basically, all actions available to you are on your action bar, including ones from crits.
So why would it specify action bar if all actions can be done? If you can do every action available to you, why would it specify actions from a specific place?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I'm pretty sure. Let me check the rules.
Yeah, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just like that's unless they're trying to cover their ass for future. I don't know what that would be, but
when a ship is instructed to perform a standard which includes actions.
Mark in the chat saying it can't do card actions, like damage cards or rigged cargo. I will let you guys figure that one out. Alright, so Esege moves forward 3 and then repairs fuel leak.
So I figured it out. Some upgrade cards have an action bar that lists one or more actions. So like if you have like S-foils, right? It gives you the boost when it's closed. It has the little icon there, like it does on the ships. Like it's an action bar on the card. Those count as being on your action bar.
Okay.
But
crits.
All the other ones don't. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Or gonk. Get good. Oh god. Mark's telling people to get good. That's embarrassing. I think he almost won a tournament at a store of, what, 4 people? Yeah. Alright, so Shara turns around. So it doesn't slow roll. Interesting. And I thought these X-Wings were definitely going to try and turn around and come after that K-Wing, but maybe they saw a slam coming and decided it wasn't worth it. Why did he barrel roll? So, Airen Cracken does his red barrel roll. Who's got him locked right now? Shara. Yep, that makes sense. Was he trying to get out of the way for Wedge? Is that what was happening?
I don't think he was in the way. He may have been. That may have been his logic there.
Alright, here's the target lock from
and
Wedge. So he's gonna.
Another proton.
Yeah, he's got one more proton. Alright. Hit crit. Doesn't have a focus token. This must be... Is this... Who is shooting first? Because Wedge should be. Right? Why are they looking at Airen's arc?
I'm not sure.
Doesn't Wedge shoot first at init 6? Did he fire and... Oh.
Oh, we must have just missed it.
Missed it. Alright, well that's just bad commentating. Sorry about that. Let's look at, did Shara take anything? She's down 2 shields. Yep, down to 1. Okay, she took 2. So Shara shoots back. 3 hits. Wedge is down to 2 shields. So he lost those 2.
With weapons failure, range 3, that's like guaranteed in this.
Yeah. Alright, so is that a 2-dice shot from Kyle? Sure is. And another blank out. Alright, back to dials they go. Only 2 on Shara, that's not bad, and it looks like... Oh, that wasn't a torpedo from Wedge. Why would he opt not to shoot torps at Shara? Is he waiting for like a fully modded shot? Is that what's up?
It could be. You got the target lock, he can save it for until he has the focus.
Right. He's gonna have to wait another 2 turns, I think. He's gonna have to turn around. And then wait to relieve the stress and get a focus.
I mean, and he's out of shields, so, you know, saving your munitions is a risky move here.
Right. Do we finally see a you know what? I don't think there's any reason for the K-Wing to slam because nothing's facing him. So he's going to slow roll it again, get rid of weapons failure. Do we ever see the K-Wing re-engage? Or does he just protect it? I mean, this isn't a timed game, so...
Yeah, I would come back around if I was him. I mean, he's got the extra shift.
So Mark's saying Wedge K-turns and launches. That depends on if he's at range 2, because if Shara is stressed, so she may slow roll it here, and then that would put Wedge at range 1, which is, you know, he's going to get a 4-dice shot no matter what. But if he's not taking the proton shot here, why would he take it after a K-turn?
Yeah.
Unless
I don't
he
really
was
see
bringing
the
up that you could
I guess
force
shooting
the crit through.
removing the shields, yeah, removing the shields to get the
Exactly. Yeah. Good point.
But still,
2-hour
yeah,
turn from the K.
It's unlikely the K-turn or the K-wing or the arc. It's unlikely the arc is going to be into beyond range 1. So.
So he does slam. He does not fix his crit. I guess he's playing super safe. Alright, Mark's calling it 1 straight and a 4K would be a short range 2. So here's the 1 straight.
Like we're about to find out.
I don't think...
Yeah, I disagree.
Mark's new to the game, so don't blame him if he can't judge distances. Alright, so Airen Cracken moving away from here. Has he lost anything? No, he's full health until now. No, he's fine. There's the 4K. This is the distance that Mark thought would be a range 2. That's not even close. Alright. Hit 4 dice with a target lock. 1 hit. He's going to spend it.
Looks like he's thinking.
Yeah, he probably wants to save it, but... I think you spend it. Shara's got what? 1 left? Ooh, that's a 2. Why did he... No, okay, he's getting rid of that last shield. Oh, and Shara doesn't get to roll, so... Takes 1 damage card on Shara. I mean, if Modest, or if Zero keeps spread out like this, he's just going to allow himself to get picked off by Wedge.
Yeah, well, and see, now the problem with saving that torpedo is Wedge is likely going to
Get some damage coming in here. He might not get another chance to shoot it.
I mean, he's still got 2 R2 charges. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Here's 3 hits. This is from Shara, right? Yeah, that's the only shot. Ooh, alright. Well, that's going through the hole. Can't repair that. Oh, he lost his shields. Yeah, this is all damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is hull damage. He doesn't have R2.
Oh, where did I see...
There's no R2 in this game.
Oh my god, I've never played this game before. Maybe that was from last game then. Alright, so that's... Wedge is down to 1 hole. That matters. So Zero's going to call it.
Completely changed when he forced that bump there.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, he laid a trap and Modest fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Before that, he had quite the disadvantage, but then he flipped it around.
Well, at least they gave me cake while they insulted me. Alright, well that's going to do it for this game. We'll settle up bets. Until next time, this is Scott and Monkey. Thanks for joining me, Monkey.
Yeah, no
Hexal
problem.
Gaming, signing off.